So, how do you generally run your classroom?
Well, as a substitute teacher, I'm filling in for a regular classroom teacher, and I try to the best of my ability to run the classroom the way I think that full-time teacher would be running it. I'm the conductor of someone else's symphony.
I see. And as the kind of outside perspective that you get coming into these classrooms already started, do you find that some ways of running a classroom work better than others?
I think that all of that depends on the student. Should I look into the camera? Sorry.
You're so nervous. It's funny.
I think every community and every group of students have unique needs that need to be assessed, and a teacher needs to adapt to those needs.
Do you think that the internet is a good tool for adapting to each specific student's need?
I'll tell you a story to illustrate that. Okay, when I was a kid, most people didn't have the internet in their home until maybe around the time I was in 4th or 5th grade. And when our family computer was first hooked up to the internet, I remember I invited my friend Dave over. I said, Dave, this is the internet. You know, this is this democratic medium. Anybody can publish anything on the internet, and all the information you could ever hope to have is right here at our fingertips. And I showed him a search engine. It was probably the America Online search engine in those days. We had a dial-up modem with America Online. And I said, all you have to do in this box, you can type anything, and more information than you could ever possibly imagine about that subject will be available to you instantly. So Dave sat down at our family computer, and he typed in the word beer. And he hit enter and just laughed hysterically for an uncomfortably long period of time. Now, I tell that story because I think it kind of illustrates how the internet actually functions, in that there's a potential for the internet to be this democratizing force where every point of view can be accessed, but because people who use the internet self-select, marginalized points of view become contained. For example, you can read a blog by a Mormon feminist, right? And there are probably lots of Mormon feminists. But if someone identifies themselves so specifically, that point of view becomes contained and insulated, and it would only be accessed by people who are already interested in that point of view. And in that way, the internet, I think, reinforces the kind of social hierarchy, namely a kind of white male sort of point of view, being privileged over other points of view. It kind of reinforces the hegemony of the larger culture that has the most access to the internet. So, as far as the internet providing a more, I'm sorry this is long-winded, providing a more sort of pluralist perspective of the world, I think it has that potential, but it very rarely happens. So for it to function that way in education, teachers would have to guide students beyond self-selecting what is already interesting to them.
All right, thank you.